What is going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in with your host, as always, K-Mac Time. Now today we are taking a closer look into some of the scariest creepypastas and determining which ones could be turned into actually pretty good scary movies. So let's go ahead and jump right in with number 10, Slenderman. Now, of course, our favorite slim and slender grayscale octopus had to make this list, but just because the modern day boogeyman is so popular, it doesn't make him any less frightening. He was created in 2009 by Victor Surge on Something Awful forums, and has become one of the most popular stories on the internet. He is described as a tall man with impossibly slender limbs and a number of black tentacles sprouting from his back. He's also wearing a suit and has a black canvas for a face. Now, most of his stories written about him revolve around his victims being mid to late teens, and he has a really creepy way of frightening them to near insanity before finally taking them. It is also said that once he opens his arms to you, you are in a hypnotized state, willing to walk into them. And what happens after that, no one can really say. But this would make an amazing movie. This would be some kind of creepy Halloween horror flick, and I think it would go over well. Next at number 9, we have Mr. Widemouth. Now, Mr. Widemouth, it's kind of a lesser known, but not too unknown creepypasta posted in 2010. Is it about a small creature similar to an imaginary friend who likes corrupting children into seemingly silly but fatal games? What looks like a Furby with a very wide features, widest being its mouth. I can't say too much about this, however, without giving away the end. The ending of this is absolutely insane. But I will say that Mr. Widemouth is an innocently sinister friend for a sick little boy who has no one else. Like I said, the plot twist at the end is a total doozy. And I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't read it. I'll leave links to these all in the description. But let's just say, the twist at the end of this and all the creepiness of the Widemouth would make a great blockbuster scary movie. Number 8 on our list goes to Jeff the Killer, whose face was burned off with acid and who hides in your closet, constantly telling you to go to sleep. This is a creepy picture, and it first surfaced on the internet around 2008. It is actually rumored that the real-life pictures of a girl who committed suicide, adding to the overall creepiness of the origin story. This could very easily be the very next Halloween horror flick, like a Rob Zombie kind of Halloween type movie. It would be very cool to see this be done. Now, number 7 was not posted onto the Creepypasta site originally. It was originally posted to the 4chan in 2012, but it has since found its way over to the Creepypasta. This is, of course, the Anansi Ghost Man story. This is an absolutely terrifying tale about a group of kids who camp out in the wilderness only to be assaulted by a strange creature with the head of a goat that can intimidate seemingly anyone and infiltrate their ranks. What it wants is not completely clear, but one thing is certain. It will do whatever it wants, and they cannot stop it. This is one of the creepiest things I've ever read, and the pictures of it alone are enough to sell movie tickets, I believe. I would go see this movie. I'd probably get nightmares, but I would probably enjoy it. Coming in at number 6, Penpal is another story that technically was not originally posted to Creepypasta. Its original post was to Reddit in the No Sleep by 1000 Vultures in 2002. It is a long story full of details and intricate, unique terrors, each chapter housing a brand new plot twist. The ending is very morbid, disturbing, and a little heart-wrenching. The main character learns to connect seemingly unrelated terrible instances from his early childhood to his mid-teen life into one impossibly awesome story. And its ending will leave you mind blown. This has since become a full-length novel by Dathan Otherbach, and it would lend itself well to the big screen. Number 5 is The Rake, who is much like Slenderman, and its creation date is unknown. But The Rake was first posted to Creepypasta in 2009. It has had many adaptations, but the core character always stays true. What can only be described as a naked, bald, gray, hunched-like dog with a not-so-human face and preying on piercing black eyes. Eyes that show you terrible things. It is over 6 feet tall and thin as a skeleton. His hands are massive claws, which is why he has the name The Rake. It is said to enter your room at night and watch you sleep. Sometimes it just stalks its victims, allowing them to wake and see it watch them, showing them the terrible truths in its eyes. It sometimes also tears its prey to pieces. This would be an absolutely terrifying movie, and I would love to see it be made. Next at number 4 is Oobloo. Now, Oobloo just came out, so unless you watch CreepyPasta.com or go on their forums, you likely haven't read it yet. It came out in April of 2015 on both No Sleep and CreepyPasta as a 4-part story. It is about a psychiatrist who tries to help a boy fighting a sleep demon before becoming afflicted by the being himself. A strange elephant-like creature with empty, reflective black eyes that shows you your most terrible, brutal, heart and mind-breaking nightmares before uttering one word, Oobloo, as you wake up. The only way to avoid it is to not sleep. This has loads of potential and could easily become a box office smash hit. Number 3 is No End House. It was presumably written in the last few years, most probably in 2012, but the author is unknown. This is about a mysterious house, location unknown, where if you can best all 9 of its terrifying rooms, you can win $500. Each room more terrifying than the last, and its horrors are personalized just for you. It's a bit reminiscent of 1408, but it has its own spin in at least 8 other rooms. No End House would easily be a full-length movie, and like all the others listed on this list, the twist at the end is worth the wait. Our runner-up is SCP, which stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. SCP is a foundation that finds and houses creepy beings and items from the rest of the world while doing experiments on them. The website is extensive, listing all of its creatures, items, and beings that are or were contained in the various facilities and what they do. There have been several creepypastas and one very popular video game based off this facility. It is likely that the Rake was loosely based off of Shy Guy or SCP-096. There are several other creepy characters to be aware of, such as SCP-173, which is the original SCP. He is super, super creepy. Also, the Plague Doctor, or SCP-049, who zombifies his victims in an eternal attempt at curing everyone of the plague. This is one of the scariest characters I've ever read about, and this would make a great trilogy of super scary movies. And coming in at our number 1 spot is Tulpa, which was created in 2012. Now, Tulpa is a Tibetan word that loosely translates to conjured thing, and it is a conscious parallel to your own self that is self-aware, can think, and has free will and memories. Now, this is a really crazy, scary, creepy story about a Tulpa that is a paid experiment to imagine yourself literally as another sentient person, but it goes horribly wrong and the other person isn't so nice. He wants to be more real than you. He tries to take you out. This could be a great movie, especially with the built-up interactions between the main character and his Tulpa, plus the beginning scenes at the hospital, and the message at the end is absolutely hair-raising. This could definitely be a truly terrifying horror movie, and that is why it is our number 1 on this list. But that is all we have time for, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys could hit that like button, it'd be greatly appreciated. Also, in the comment section, let me know if there's any other creepypasta you think would be a great movie. Make sure you guys smash that subscribe button as well if you guys are new around here, to get all of my latest videos in your sub box as soon as they come out. But that's all we have time for, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, guys, remember, this came back time somewhere, and I will speak with you shortly.